Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring a monthly message for Leo for April 2020. I do apologize it's late, but Spirit's always on time with the messages that they have to offer. So take what you feel resonates on a soul level, disregard the rest. Know that time is fluid as well, and also, no matter what messages do come up today through Spirit or the cards, it's still up to you and how you integrate this guidance. And to me, that's personal free will, my friends. So for all my subscribers, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for being here. You guys mean the world to me. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. At the end, if you feel like this has resonated, please feel free and subscribe and join the journey with me. It'd be wonderful to have you along the ride. So I'm going to take a moment just to call in Spirit. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron to join us to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself this reading and any of you who would ask for it, to deliver messages in the clearest form possible, as well as only for the highest good of those of us watching. I'm going to start off today with the Nicoletta Cecily Tarot by La Scarborough, and I'm going to ask for an overarching energy for April that Spirit wants us to know. So we have 4 cards fell out. First we have the 5 of Wands, we have the 3 of Wands, we have the Sun card, and we have the Knave of Wands. So there is, you guys showing up loud and proud, a lot of fire energy, and not only are the wands all fire, but man, what's the sun made of? It's a big old ball of gassy fire. So whatever is going on, there may have been some internal struggles or external struggles, or may have been something blocking your path or blocking your way in the past. But I'm feeling like you may have been waiting a while as well for whatever this is. It did come out in the reverse, and I'm not reading reversals, but what I feel like is this saying, it's like you don't have to wait anymore. And also that working together, this 3 of Wands here as well, it's about waiting and allowing what you're wanting to come to you. If you can see, she's allowing this, I think it's a fox, but she's put flowers out, trying to lure in whatever that she's trying to pull in. So some of you, I heard it's a mate, some of you it could be food, but I feel like whatever struggles you've encountered in the past, working together and also knowing that things take time will bring you the ultimate success here. And this is also a yes card, and kind of old school tarot thought. So what this tells me as well is there's a lot of flowers. I believe these are roses. At the bottom you also have daisies here, and much like with this one with the 3 of Wands, where she's calling in what she wants to come to her with the flowers, the bees work the same way. They travel with the flowers, they go to where they need to go to get the flowers, and always come back to this hive home. So we also have the Knave of Pentacles here, and this is about starting to manifest your magic, just starting to learn how to use it. And once we start working together with others, once we start also being patient, knowing that what is ours in this life will come to you. It takes this, I feel like what I heard is an act of surrender. It takes us knowing that yes, there's going to be hard times in life. Yes, there's going to be struggle and strife, but we don't want to get in our own way. And sometimes we get so bottlenecked into seeing that there's only one solution that we can't see that we could just walk down a different way and swerve around the obstacles altogether. As well as with some of these obstacles, there's major lessons to learn with them. So they show me the bottom of the deck actually is the Queen of Wands. So Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. This could be you guys, or you could be dealing, I apologize for my kids in the background, guys, but you could be dealing with another fire sign, or this could be you and needing, nurturing a creative project. Just a minute, guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. So this is also nurturing a creative project, enjoying the sweetness of life as well, being in your creative power is what I heard, as well as nurturing. So can you tell me more about this Queen of Wands, please, Spirit? Death card flipped over. So we're going to feel like a lot of transformation is happening. And this is, I also feel like you needing to take an active role in it. Realizing as well that you are magic. You hold within you a co-creative power. So like with this card, that what is meant to come to you will come to you. You just need to surrender into a divine plan, to think outside the box. I heard to strategize as well. And sometimes what this means is, as we are creating or wanting to create a new world, wanting to find success, wanting success in our business, we need to release an old way of thinking. We need to, this is Scorpio energy as well, but we need to release the places that have been difficult or that we've struggled internally. One of the cards that came out to clarify this was the Five of Swords. And this as well as could be, the way that we communicate, the way that we take communication. Sometimes the Queen of Wands can be a little nasty is the word. Queen of Swords can be, everybody has this duality, right? But I feel like what this is, not being, how I would put by nasty is manipulative. Okay, this is the energy with this. And in some cases, manipulative maybe with the ways that we talk, how we speak to other people. This could also be showing people only hardships, not showing them solutions. For some of you, if this part's not for you, just disregard it, right? I feel like there's an energy here that's hitting me right in the belly button, like almost making me feel like angry and defensive and standing up for myself. So with these two fives, there's also a completion, and these aren't nice fives, right? They're not great, but it's time for a change. So if there is someone in your life who you feel has been manifesting malice or negative energy, you can block yourself from that as well. But I feel like this is as well as within you, remembering as well, and all of us, that we have very powerful, we are a powerful being, right? We can co-create. So what this means is, when I focus my energy on the negative, when I'm angry at someone and I'm talking negatively about them, if I'm thinking constantly about how much I don't like this person, or how much of, a biatch they are, or anything like that, we're sending negative energy out. If there's jealousy towards other people as well, we're sending that. And honestly, that's not the best kind of magic to use. So rather than focusing on other people, rather than focusing on, again, what's gotten our way, if somebody else is trying to manipulate you and use their kind of co-creative ways to keep you stuck and down and in a place of codependency as well, Spirit's really saying that's not what we want to do here. So in order to find the success, in order to find our sun, in order to follow our true north, in order to be who we're meant to be in this world, we have two other cards that came out here. You get the Six of Cups and the Eight of Swords. And this is, I feel like for this one, going back to loving ourselves, going back to relationships and people that make us feel happy, that work with us as well. Some of you as well, this could be feelings of nostalgia and getting stuck in loops of, if there's been a difficult situation with someone else, getting stuck in loops of remembering great things, but not focusing on that, well, let's say, this is an example, okay, but if things were really, really great, let's consider love bombing and a narcissistic dynamic. If things have been really, really great in the beginning, but then they start to deteriorate and all we see is struggle and we're fighting constantly and we're not willing to end that kind. It takes two people within a relationship, within partnership, regardless romantic or otherwise, to work on things. So, for example, if one person is working on themselves, acknowledging shadow aspects, releasing ego and surrendering to the divine, surrendering to the spiritual awakening, and really focusing on what they can do to create, and someone else around is not loving that and also creating situations that keep manifesting into negative, or with this thought too, and the negative energy I was picking up there on just the manipulation. If someone else is constantly gaslighting or putting you down is also what I'm hearing. If somebody else is always saying, well, you're the problem, The thing is, once we start working on ourselves and acknowledging our own faults, our own pitfalls, our own challenges, and we start to see, yeah, but they're not all me. I can change. I can release that. I see that this is an old world paradigming and I no longer want to follow that. I'm done with this way of thinking. And then you're working on yourself, but someone else isn't, and they go to the same old go-tos that worked with you every other time. It's going to start to show. And this is where this death comes in. I feel like with this sun, okay? So that part is just for some of you, but for others of you as well, in order to maintain balance and to come back to, I heard stasis, homeostasis. I lost my train of thought there. So I'm going to clarify the Six of Cups. Either, yeah, thank you. Highest thought vibration. This could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I feel like in order for you to come back and to really honor yourself, to, I heard life's challenges as well, but some of you, in order to come back to this feeling of wholeness and reunion, and this could be reunion with other people, reunion with an air sign, or it could just be that it's going to take the highest thought vibration, thinking very clearly, to remove yourself from that situation so you can get back to a state of, happiness, really. So for some of you as well, maybe another person that comes in to help you with this, but I feel like this Queen of Wands, it's not a bad energy at all, right? You guys are awesome fire signs. But I feel like we want to be careful what we nurture. We want to also be careful that if we're thinking about the past and we're, reminiscing about good times, thinking at this from a clear perspective as well, because again, if we're looking at only good things that have happened 5 years ago, but in the last 4.5 years it's been truly terrible, and I'm still clinging on to memories of how wonderful it was in the beginning. We need to have both parties here openly communicating, openly discussing, and I feel like as well this is going to have to be you on your own, openly seeing reality for what it is. If it's struggling, but you're like, well, I'm gonna make the best of this situation, right? What I think is what I create, and it must be me. I must be the problem here. You're not going to create success for yourself. You're going to keep entwining yourself in this cycle, in this mental loop. I feel like I heard break free. It's time to break free. It's time to bring that energy here. So let's see. One more message. Thank you. And then they want me to show you this. So this, the Three of Cups in the reverse. Again, I don't think reversals are so important, but I feel like as you have the Seven of Cups here with the, this is making a choice, something unexpected as well. But with the Three of Cups in the reverse here, it's also saying that maybe things haven't been so great, right? Maybe we haven't been so happy. Maybe partnership, friendships, maybe they're not all working so well. Maybe three has been a crowd as well. There could have been lies and deceptions told to you that have caused a lot of struggle and have caused a lot of anxiety and heartbreak here. And this Three of Cups in the reverse, this is heartbreak. So this, I feel like, is making a choice. There could be other options as well. You may be so bottlenecked, or what's the word, with your view. Like if you're looking through a telescope, let's say, all you can see is one thing, right? And you're not seeing all the peripherals and different options around you. There could be really nice surprises as well. And as well, this for me could be someone from your past kind of coming back to help relieve you as well. So the bottom of the deck here is the Emperor. For some of you as well, you may be dealing with, I heard twin flame. But for some of you as well, it could be fellow fire sign. And if you identify more on the masculine side, this could be you coming back into your own personal power. Even if you're identify as a woman, this is your own personal power, your masculine aspect. And I mean, Napoleon Bonaparte, you think about him, what's that energy? This is, being very true to yourself as well. But also what I feel like is trying not to be so controlling, or if other people are feeling like they're controlling you, for you to remove yourself from that. And then the decision. This is the Hanged Man here, and it's of two minds. And for some of you, maybe it's not time to make a decision yet. Maybe because it's in the reverse, it's time to really take a moment, and rather than be stagnant, take a moment to really carefully look at everything with this King of Swords. Where is he? Very clearly to find the success in this world, and to remember that you build your success, right? So if you're working and struggling through that kind of situation, what can you build, right? What can you focus on? What can you nourish? What can you grow? Because this energy is gorgeous, gorgeous energy. It's the fire of life. I'm actually being guided to show you guys a book I just finished, and it's great for anyone feeling like, you know what, you need a little magic in your life. It's by Solomon Rushdie, and it's called Luca and the Fire of Life. For anyone interested, it was a pretty quick read, really, really awesome, and, you know, all about the power of our imagination as well as the magic within us. And I suggest, guys, if any of you are interested, it's a really great read, but I was guided to show you that. So I'm going to bring a message now from the Earth Magic Oracle on some advice, please, Spirit, for the month of April. Wow. Okay. So one flew out upright, the rest I put back because they weren't, and there was like 10 of them. This is release. The leaves don't, the trees, when they release what's not for them, they don't gripe about it. They're not upset about it. They just let it fall. And I feel like whatever energy has had a hold on you, really drawn to this dynamic as well, this fire and air. This is quick fire, right? This is fueling air. Fire needs air. If you cover it and it doesn't get air, it's going to stifle out, right? If you feed it air and you keep allowing it to breathe, it's going to roar out of control. And as well, some of these leaves as well, it's like a brush fire to me. It's like some of you, maybe fire would help. Not actually setting a fire, but let's use the example of when we burn the old leaves. They break down and they actually help nourish the plants around them. A lot of people do this as well, like controlled fire. But what I hear is with all the colors, there is beauty in the release. The fall is gorgeous. I'm losing my voice. But there's beauty in this release, and not to resist it too much, because what comes through is once that tall canopy of trees starts to release those dead leaves, the sunlight can come through. And also during the fall, what else happens? You think about walnuts, acorns, any kind of tree that's going to put out their seeds for other things to eat, as well as it's going to allow the next generation to thrive. So always keeping a mind on what comes next, not holding on so tightly to what has been, but thinking, you know what, as I release this, new things come into our life. For some of you, the autumn equinox is going to be an important time for you as well. So last message I'm going to bring for you guys is from the Sacred Rebel Oracle, and I'm just going to ask as well some advice, and one message you get. What you want wants you. So if you want peace and calm and happiness and creativity in your life, that energy wants to come too. And if you can see here, it's on a spiral. It's not a linear line. It's not from A to B. We may need to keep learning lessons over time. We may need to rethink things. We may need to think of things differently. What I'm thinking about is a snail shell. That snail starts out little in a spiral, and it grows and expands to the size of the snail. Be willing to release what's no longer meant for you so that you can accept the energy that's coming to you. And this is divine creative energy, wonderful sweetness in this world. And for some of you as well, they're showing me the Emperor again, that for some of you, if this is sort of, you know, a partnership relationship, to maintain your authority, because those vibrations and those people that are meant to stay in your life again, they will be here. At the bottom of the deck is the wise owl. And be the hunter, not the hunted. Search for knowledge, search for yourself, rather than feeling like you are being hunted. I'm going to read you a little bit from the book on that, number 8. And as well, it's a number 8. We're really focusing on changing the cycles up. And with number 16 here, it's a double up. 8 and 8, 16. I feel like this is time to step into your power, time to step into your divine mission and be who you've been the whole time, but maybe just afraid to see, or maybe other people have been jealous of you and not wanted you to see your greatness. But regardless, it's going to take your power to turn life around. It's going to take your power to release things and your power to accept what wants to be in your life and what's meant to be for you. Do you feel so I'm going to read this to you guys a little bit. Do you feel you're at the beck and call of circumstances, situations, and relationships that are outside of your control? Is your attention being called away from what you love, from your passionate focus upon your own journey and creative expression? Are you feeling roped into becoming a support tonic, savior, and heal-all for others? There's a big difference between healthy supportiveness in a relationship, which includes healthy self-support, and ignoring your own journey out of misplaced guilt, shame, unworthiness, or the belief that the needs of others are more important than that of your own. That is not compromise. That is an unhealthy neglect and neglectful of yourself. You are being asked to see through the assumptions, expectations, tantrums, and manipulations that may have been put upon you by yourself or others. See through them to the truth. You can only sidestep, change your response, or choose to release that which you can recognize. The oracle brings you some important news. You are capable of seeking the truth, outsmarting old patterns, and responding more creatively to craft new and improved relationships. You don't have to be drawn into the dramas of others or the suffering of repetitive cycles. You can become still and intent with a willingness to see the truth. In doing so, you will be open to being shown another way through the inner wisdom of your heart, or a flash of insight from the great universal mind that penetrates your own awareness. This oracle also brings you particular guidance that there is a message coming your way. This message will be important to you, and you are not to paint it as anything more or less than what it is. Sit with your heart. Take your time. Even if there is a deadline for your answer, you will be able to bend and stretch time so that your relaxation can feel for what your truth is in the situation at hand and respond appropriately. The more honest your response without the need to be aggressive or apologetic, the more energy you will be unleashing from unhealthy patterns and into a fresh new course your life now wants to take. This is a powerful time for you. No matter how seemingly small or how apparently dramatic events around you appear to be, we know that you are stepping into a new phase of empowerment. From that place, a new freedom and self-love will emerge. Mother Nature offers you the wisdom medicine of the owl, the ability to hear what is not spoken and see what is hidden in darkness. Trust what you feel beyond appearances. The power and magic of the owl is working with you, and Mother Nature is by your side, assisting you in navigating the current life transition into a new way of being. This has gotten a little long, guys, but there is an affirmation here I'd like to say as well, and this can help you if you want to move through this energy. You can say it 3 times in front of the mirror. You can repeat after me, or you can just listen to it and, kind of internalize what this means for you. I am willing to accurately perceive the truth in whatever life situation is now helpful for my spiritual growth and creative awakening. I feel empowered to commit to myself and my path without fear or holding back. I receive this vision through unconditional love, so be it. Guys, using this wisdom of the owl, honoring sacred geometry, remembering as well that you don't have to get stuck in how other people perceive you. There's no timeline necessarily, and in your own time you can see what is right for you. That's what I have for you guys. I love you all, and I hope you have a great month. Bye, guys.